Hello again. Thanks so much for joining us. Now, the film and television industry in South Africa faces a number of challenges, one of which a lack of skills, the other a lack of knowledge of the business. Now, this has prompted Tumisho Masha to conduct a two-day conference for actors, presenters, voice-over artists and the like on the 28th and 29th of this month. The conference aims to help artists to get to grips with the local and international entertainment industry. We're now joined by the award-winning actor himself, Tumisho Masha, to tell us a bit about the event. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning. Thank you for having me here.
This is like a peer-to-peer review mechanism.
I suppose,
it's a little tough, a lot of pressure. But Tumisho, speak to us about why you decided to embark on this venture.
Well, like you said, our industry is facing a lot of challenges. We're finding ourselves at a point where the African Renaissance is about to happen. We're telling African stories. We have to do that. When you see what's happened with the xenophobic attacks, it's obvious that we have to start telling our own stories. But I don't think that the industry itself is ready, especially the practitioners in the industry. At the moment, we're facing the crisis of practitioners within the industry, especially actors, presenters, voice artists. A lot of young people who are coming into the industry with a lot of talent, but they don't really understand how the business works, and they haven't upskilled themselves to make sure that that talent has been polished and made right. So last year, joining the ANC PYB, which is the Progressive Youth in Business, we decided that a number of sectors, business sectors within South Africa, I'm heading up the national media and entertainment sector, that we needed to introduce places where people could go to be mentored, to be upskilled, to be told about their basic rights as actors and laborers, and also to understand that it's so important to read your contracts. And then from there, upskilling in what they're doing on a day-to-day basis as actors. That
is the Achilles heel, is it not, in the entertainment industry? Because you dream of just being on TV or radio, etc., and you don't care about the fine print, and that's where the downfall is.
I think the biggest thing is it's something that you don't learn, even when you get qualified. If you go to a drama school or a film school, what you learn there is theory, which is very important, and I'm all about getting qualified, because this is the profession. It's not just something you just jump into. But once you have that profession, it's important to understand, like any other profession, to do the paperwork, to understand how to read your contract, what is in a contract. A lot of young actors get agents, and they rely on their agents to do everything: read their contracts, sign their contracts, pay tax on their behalf. And a lot of actors are also falling foul with SARS, where they find themselves, after years of doing well, they didn't pay all their taxes properly. So this is part of what we're going to do, so that you don't end up feeling like I've done well, and at the end of your career, you now owe SARS a whole chunk of money. You also didn't understand your rights, especially when it comes to things like repeat fees and that sort of thing. And being aware that when you sign on the dotted line, there are certain things that you should know for yourself.
Or alternatively, you do well and you just get taken for a ride and you end up with nothing. Everybody sees you on TV, but you don't have airtime.
We hear a lot about artists in South Africa, whether they be in music or television, dying as paupers. But you're saying to yourself, I'm seeing this guy in 3 or 4 television shows at the same time on different channels. Why, when he either passed away or at the moment we're all trying to raise money for his burial, or we're trying to raise money because he's in hospital, he didn't take care of his medical aid, his life insurance, things like that. And those are important things. They're just as important as understanding how to hit your mark when you're on that television set or that film set, understanding how to recite and say back your lines, and also, how to find other things within the industry to keep you going when you're not getting the television acting jobs.
To augment that salary that you're getting in the time being, because it's per project basis.
Exactly.
But I like what you said of you know how to hit that mark when you're acting, how to cry when you need to cry,
over and over
how
again.
to fake a laugh when you have how to do that kissing scene like 5 or 6 times and master it. But speak to us about the level that we're at as an industry now. Many times our artists are always complaining, international producers and companies come to South Africa to shoot things, they don't use us. Are we ready? Are we at that level where we can start demanding that, hey, hang on a second, we're here?
That's a very good question, what you're asking right there, because there are so many international projects happening in South Africa every year. Films being shot in Cape Town, films being shot in Johannesburg. But I think the biggest problem sometimes is our actors, whether young or old, sometimes when it comes to that just that level, that extra level of professionalism, that extra level of understanding how to do the acting for international film and television just right is kind of lacking. So what happens is some of these companies end up coming here, but then hiring people to play us from the UK or other parts of the world that they say, oh, you know, he kind of looks like, or she kind of looks like she could be South African, but it's a British actor. We know that we can count on her to hit her mark, to be able to understand how to actually perform on film, make it look natural. A lot of what we do, I think sometimes has been diluted, to be honest with you. So you've got a lot of experience, years and years, but then when you hit the international big time, there's that skill that's just a little bit lacking, that knowledge. That's what we're trying to address.
So how do we address it? Let's quickly talk logistics. We fast run out of time.
Okay.
How can people get involved? Any numbers, any costs involved? Tell us about that.
Well, people can get involved by registering with us on my Facebook page at Tumisho. And also they can email nduli@yahoo.com, call our office at 011 037 441. The costs, it's a 2-day conference. Breakfast and lunch will be served on those 2 days. The costs are 1,500 Rand. We've got to pay the bills and make sure that the electricity is on when we do the conference, and we have no problems. And we've got a lot of speakers as well, expert speakers.
With Eskom, you may even pay the bills and still get your lights off. Okay, just kidding. That was naughty. Give us those details again. 011 037 441. 441. 011 037 441. At Tumisho Masha.
That's right.
Facebook.
That's my Facebook page, and also on my Twitter at Tumisho Masha.
Okay.
Otherwise, they can just email us
Nduli
Chuma, CHUMA @yahoo.com.
Okay, Yahoo. When is it, by the way?
On the 28th and the 29th of April, which is the Tuesday after our public holiday, as well as the Wednesday. So people should be nice and fresh. They've had a long weekend. Come on in. It's at City Varsity, Braamfontein. They are also our partners, and we wanted to partner with them because it's important for actors who are not qualified to see that there's places, institutions where they can go, like City Varsity. I did a 4-year BA drama honors degree at WITS, and that's very important. But there's also ways now for, with the microwave generation, if you want to do it a little bit faster, City Varsity offers great diplomas and those sort of things as well.
All right, let's leave it there, at least for now. 28th, 29th April, 1,500 Rand is how much it will cost you. It will take place in Braamfontein at Tumisho Masha. All right? Yes. At nduli@yahoo.com is also the email address that you can use there if you want more information. Quick ad break. Morning Live continues, if only just to say goodbye to our SABC2 viewers after this break.